Daily routines. The habits that will either build you or break you. But what if you finally took control of those 3 a.m. motivational thoughts? What if you woke up one day and chose to finally be the person you want to be? Be the one that wakes up early, the one that never skips a workout, the one that always eats well, and the one that never smokes, the one that loves, the one that lives a life that sounds impossible to others. We've all been told to follow our dreams and to never give up. And the one thing that's keeping you away from your goals is your lack of consistency. So I'll show you my 5 a.m. daily college routine that pushes me to a higher level each and every day. A typical day for me starts the night before, because I'm planning my tasks and goals for the next day. I love writing on paper because physically writing it down helps me visualize it better. This takes me no more than 15 minutes and it helps me accomplish my goals for the next day. Finally, the last thing that I do before going to bed is prepping my gym clothes and my outfit for the next day. I love doing this the night before because in the rush of the morning I might forget something. My alarm goes off before 5 a.m. The further we are in the week, the harder it is to get out of bed, especially knowing that today will be the busiest day of my week. I have classes from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and I have to be at my school gym before 7 a.m. to make sure that I have time to work out. To not fall back asleep, I make sure to stand up as soon as possible. The first thing that I do is put on my shorts. Once I feel decent, I'll go to my desk to reread my tasks and to ensure that I know what my goals for the day are. By this point, it's usually around 5:15 a.m. and I'm already about to accomplish the hardest thing of the day, a 3-minute ice bath. I'm currently on a 75-day streak of ice baths and honestly I can't begin to explain how beneficial they've been for me as much mentally and physically. If I had to only pick 3 reasons to convince someone to start cold plunging every morning, it would start like this. Number 1, it puts you immediately in a readiness state. In other words, it wakes you the fuck up. Number 2, it's been scientifically proven that 11 minutes of cold water exposure per week enhances your mood and metabolism. Number 3, as a natural bodybuilder, taking ice baths in the morning does not affect hypertrophy, and it ensures me that my muscles benefit of proper recovery. Right after I shower and I go upstairs to fill up my gallon of water for the day. My everyday breakfast consists of 4 boiled eggs, 1 kiwi, 1 banana, and 2 toasts with natural raw honey. Even on my busiest day, I make sure to have a huge breakfast filled with protein and a lot of carbs. Once I'm done eating, it's usually time for me to pack my gigantic lunchbox and to make my pre-workout drink. Pre-workout, I have 1 scoop of creatine and 1 scoop of non-stim pre because I'm trying to lower my caffeine consumption. I'll grab my lunchbox and my backpack and I'll be off to my school gym. Another reason to why I wake up super early is to skip the huge morning traffic. It's usually just a 20-minute drive, but with the Montreal traffic, it can go up to 2 hours if I leave the house late. Finally, my favorite time of the day, the gym. As an amateur natural bodybuilder, I work out 6 times a week. You might think that's crazy. How do you have time while also being an engineering student? Well, you and me both have the same 24 hours in a day, but because I wake up at 5 a.m., I magically have an hour and a half to work out hard and to be on top of my things. I've been running the same 4-day split, push-pull legs plus a day for weak points for the past year, and it helped me bulk up from 188 pounds to 220 pounds and now back to 208 pounds. Mind you, I'm 6'2" and I thought it was impossible to gain weight until I started tracking my food and how many calories I was burning. If you're struggling with your weight, I'm telling you, you have to start tracking. It's the best way to do it. Anyways, time to shower and to go to class. Okay guys, workout is done. Currently going to class. I'm a bit late, doesn't matter. The important thing is that I'm gonna focus, I'm gonna grind.
Rolling.
Yeah. Bring me to class.
Alright. Welcome to the class CTN 114, where we learn all matters of stuff like stuff.
Nice, this is what we do during classes. Hey! As you can see, engineering isn't all that bad. Even with 3-hour-long classes, you have to find the time to enjoy the little things. By now I was starving, so I went to my locker and I grabbed my first meal prep from my huge lunchbox. I'm sure you know how hard it is to eat clean while everyone is eating junk food around you. So to avoid falling into cheat meals, I remind myself of why I eat the way I do every single day. For me, simply because it makes my body feel better. When I eat good, I train good. Once I was fueled, it's straight back to work. The next 2 hours are crucial. I used to chill in the cafeteria until my next class, but since I wake up early, I can't allow myself to go to bed late. So maxing out my breaks is the only time that I'll get today to complete my assignments. Because the clock was ticking, I was feeling pressure, and pressure is your best friend when you know how to manipulate it. I put my phone far and I got to typing. Yes, you must write even in engineering. And then I had 30 minutes until my next class and I joined my friends to study with them. The number one tip in college is to surround yourselves with hard-working people. When I studied alone, I used to get bad grades, but now that I share my grades with my friends, I'm close to finishing my classes with A's. Treating your classes and grades as a competition is for me such a game changer. After a huge study grind, it's time for class number 2. Today, I had a lab from 3 to 6 p.m. Labs were fun but also very boring. Bringing my camera to film my team in action definitely spiced things up. Luckily for us, Alexis, the guy that looks just like me, cranked the lab and we finished 30 minutes earlier. Timing was perfect because my next class is from 6 to 9:30 p.m. So that means that I have time to devour my 2 last meal preps. I threw these 2 bad boys in the microwave and I had a huge supper. I was even showing William how cool it looked to eat 2 lunches at the same time, but he didn't care. He just wanted to say this.
Alright, today we did good. We worked hard. We pray to God. We came, we saw, and we conquered Veni, Vidi, Vici, or something like that. And then shout out to us. Shout out to me.
Yes, sir.
And it's a wrap.
After that beautiful speech from William, I was on the move towards my next class. Honestly, my university has such cool buildings. I think that's how they tricked me into attending a math class from 6 to 9:30 p.m. Luckily for us, the teacher gave us a 20-minute break. I think he saw how much we were suffering. Even though it was a break, I grabbed my book and I sat down to read my daily 10 pages. Like most of you, I'm sure you loved reading when you were younger and slowly fell out of love with it because of all those mandatory books you had to read during high school. But I recently got back to it. I'm currently reading Can't Hurt Me by David Gawkins. It's my second book of the semester. By reading 10 pages per day, I'm on track of reading 12 300 pages books per year. Anyways, back to another hour and a half of suffering. After a 15 minutes walk back to my car, I was so happy to go back home. It's currently 9:30. Finally going back home. We made it. I'm not going to show you again what I do before going to bed because you've seen it at the very beginning of the video, but here's what I do when I have a bit of extra time before bed. I film short form videos for my Insta and TikTok. All my links are in my bio. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and I hope you learned a lot from it and I hope you enjoyed it. Before you go, I just wanted to say something. I know that some days you feel like you don't even want to get out of bed and you feel so unmotivated to do even the simplest things. But trust me, get out of bed. Take that first step, no matter how tired you feel. Remember, it's all in your mindset. If the night before you only slept 4 hours and you tell yourself, bro, I'm gonna be fine. It's okay, it's only one day. Let's push through it. You're gonna be able to push through and you won't even feel tired, man. If your schedule is busy and if your mind is busy and if your mind is busy to strive towards your goals, you'll never feel exhausted and tired and you'll always achieve and always want more. And that's how you love your life, by striving to do the things that you love every single day. One step closer to your goal, no matter what your goal is, one step closer to your goal, and that's how you achieve happiness. It's not the ultimate goal, it's the process towards it. Because even when you reach your goal, you'll want more. And then there's another process. So you gotta love yourself and love the process.